Listen closely, my friends. There is a version of you that already exists. A version that no insult can provoke, no betrayal can break, and no rejection can make question its own worth. It is not hidden because the world defeated it. It is hidden because, little by little, you surrendered your peace to people who never earned the right to hold it. Every careless opinion, every cold silence, every moment of disrespect stole a piece of your attention, until reacting became your habit, and calm became something you only remembered. But what if everything you have believed about strength is incomplete? What if real power was never found in winning arguments, proving people wrong, or making the world finally understand you? What if the greatest victory is so quiet that nobody notices it except the person who tried and failed to shake your soul? That is the secret the Stoics guarded, and it is the reason their words still outlive empires, kings, and civilizations that have already turned to dust. Marcus Aurelius wrote those words while surrounded by war, disease, betrayal, and death. He was not writing from comfort. He was writing from the middle of chaos, reminding himself that no storm has permission to enter the mind unless its owner opens the gate. That single realization transformed suffering into discipline, fear into clarity, and ordinary men into legends whose wisdom still echoes across centuries. Tonight, you are not here to collect another motivational speech that disappears before tomorrow morning. You are here to rebuild the architecture of your mind, stone by stone, choice by choice, until the world can scream outside your walls without moving what lives within them. Stay with me until the very end, because each lesson builds upon the last. And by the time this journey is over, you may discover that the person who used to be bothered by everything no longer exists. You have been making one mistake your entire life, and chances are you never even noticed it. You believed people were the source of your pain, the insult, the betrayal, the rejection, the silence. You thought they were the reason you lost your peace. But the Stoics asked a question so powerful that it has survived for over 2,000 years. Did they truly wound you? Or did you hand their words a place inside your mind? That single question separates those who are ruled by the world from those who rule themselves. Epictetus understood this better than anyone. He was born a slave. His body was broken by another man's cruelty, but his spirit remained untouched. He realized that while others could imprison his body, they could never imprison his judgment unless he willingly surrendered it. That insight transformed a forgotten slave into one of the greatest teachers in history, whose wisdom would later guide emperors themselves. Now look at your own life. A delayed message steals your peace. A stranger's opinion follows you for hours. One moment of rejection convinces you that your value has somehow changed. But none of these things ever possessed that kind of power. They only borrowed it the moment you allowed them to decide how you should feel about yourself. This is where your transformation begins. The instant you recognize that most suffering is not created by events, but by the meaning you attach to those events, you reclaim something the world has been taking from you for years, your inner authority. And once that authority returns, everything changes. Because the next lesson will show you how to build an inner fortress so strong that no insult, no betrayal, and no storm will ever be able to break through its walls. Imagine a fortress standing on the edge of a cliff. Storms have crashed against its walls for centuries. Armies have marched toward its gates. The wind has howled, the rain has fallen, and the earth beneath it has trembled. Yet when the sun rises, the fortress is still standing exactly where it was. Not because the storms became weaker, but because its foundation was stronger than everything sent against it. That fortress is the mind the Stoics spent their lives building. Marcus Aurelius called it the inner citadel. He ruled an empire while surrounded by betrayal, war, plague, and unbearable loss. Yet every night he reminded himself of one truth: no one can disturb your mind without your permission. The world can knock on your door 1,000 times, but it cannot step inside unless you choose to unlock the gate. Every insult, every disappointment, every cruel opinion waits outside your walls, hoping you will invite it in. Most people never build those walls. They leave every gate wide open. A stranger's criticism walks in and rearranges the furniture. One rejection sets the whole house on fire. A single failure hangs on the walls like a permanent portrait. Then they wonder why they feel exhausted every single day. They are not carrying the weight of reality. They are carrying everything they were never supposed to let inside in the first place. From this moment forward, become the guardian of your own mind. Before allowing any thought to enter, ask yourself one question: does this deserve a place inside my fortress? Or is it merely noise demanding my attention? That single pause will save you from battles that were never yours to fight. And once you master the gate of the citadel, you are ready for something even more powerful. Because the next lesson will teach you why every hardship in your life has secretly been forging the strongest version of you. Every scar you carry has been asking you the same question: will this break you, or will this build you? Most people never answer it. They spend years cursing the fire, wishing life had been easier, believing that peace belongs only to those who have never suffered. But the Stoics saw something completely different. They believed the fire was never your enemy. It was your greatest teacher. Every trial was shaping a person the comfortable life could never create. Think of a blacksmith standing before a blazing forge. Cold iron is useless. It cannot protect anyone. It cannot cut through anything that stands in its way. Only when it is pushed into unbearable heat and struck again and again by the hammer does it become a blade worthy of being carried into battle. The iron never enjoys the fire, but without the fire, it never discovers what it was capable of becoming. Neither do you. Seneca wrote that misfortune reveals the strength hidden inside a person, not because suffering is beautiful, but because comfort never demands courage. The betrayal that shattered your trust, the failure that humbled your pride, the loneliness that forced you to confront yourself, none of it arrived to destroy your future. It arrived to strip away the version of you that depended on circumstances for peace. Every hardship was quietly asking you to become someone stronger than your excuses. So the next time life places you inside the flames, stop asking, "Why is this happening to me?" Ask instead, "What is this trying to forge within me?" That single question transforms pain into purpose and obstacles into training. And once you understand that the fire is shaping you instead of punishing you, you become ready for the lesson that separates the truly unshakable from everyone else. The quiet power of remaining still when the entire world expects you to react. There is a strange kind of power the world can never understand. It does not shout. It does not argue. It does not rush to defend itself. It simply stands still while chaos exhausts itself. That is why the strongest people in history were rarely the loudest. They understood that every emotional reaction is an invitation to surrender control of your inner world to someone who has done nothing to deserve it. Imagine a lighthouse standing alone in the middle of a violent storm. The waves rise like mountains. The wind screams with enough force to tear ships apart. Lightning splits the sky again and again, yet the lighthouse never chases the storm. It never begs the sea to become calm. It simply continues shining, because its purpose was never to control the ocean. Its purpose was to remain a light when everything else had fallen into darkness. That is exactly how a Stoic lives. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself that another person's anger belongs to them, not to you. Their insults reveal their character before they ever reveal yours. The moment you answer rage with rage, you become a prisoner inside someone else's emotional world. But the moment you remain calm while they lose themselves, something remarkable happens. They realize they have lost the only battle they came to fight, the battle for your peace. From this day forward, refuse to become the storm. Become the lighthouse. Let people misunderstand you. Let them judge you. Let them throw their anger, their criticism, and their disappointment against your walls. You do not have to answer every voice that calls your name, because when your peace no longer depends on other people changing, you discover a freedom that cannot be bought, stolen, or taken away. And in the next lesson, you will learn why silence is often the most powerful response a human being can ever give. Silence is often mistaken for weakness by those who have never learned how difficult it is to remain still. Anyone can shout. Anyone can strike back. Anyone can spend an entire night crafting the perfect reply to an insult. But very few people possess the discipline to look provocation in the eyes and walk away without surrendering a single piece of themselves. That is not fear. That is mastery. Cato the Younger understood this long before the modern world ever existed. His enemies mocked him in public, hoping to pull him into arguments that would stain his character. They wanted anger. They wanted outrage. They wanted proof that they could control the emotions of a man they could never defeat. Instead, they were met with calm. Cato understood that the moment you become desperate to defend your ego, you have already handed your opponent the victory they were searching for. Think about how many battles you have fought that changed absolutely nothing. The endless arguments, the explanations given to people who had already decided not to understand you, the sleepless nights replaying conversations that everyone else had already forgotten. Every one of those moments demanded a price, and that price was your peace. The world will always offer you another argument, but it will never return the time and energy you sacrificed trying to win it. The next time someone tries to provoke you, pause before your emotions speak. Let the silence become uncomfortable. Let your composure answer the question your words never could. Because silence is not the absence of strength. It is strength so complete that it no longer feels the need to announce itself. And once you master the discipline of silence, you are ready for the lesson that changes everything. How to transform criticism from a weapon that wounds you into a tool that makes you stronger. Most people fear criticism because they mistake it for a verdict. One harsh opinion, one public failure, one careless sentence from another person, and suddenly they begin questioning everything they once believed about themselves. But criticism has never possessed the power to define you. It only reveals whether your confidence was built on truth or on the fragile hope that everyone would always approve of you. Seneca wrote that we suffer far more in imagination than in reality. Think about that for a moment. The words themselves disappear the instant they are spoken, yet the mind repeats them for days, sometimes for years, giving them a life they never had on their own. The wound grows larger, not because the criticism becomes stronger, but because your imagination keeps feeding it. The greatest prison is not another person's opinion. It is believing that opinion deserves to become your identity. From now on, treat every criticism like a piece of raw metal placed into your hands. Before accepting it, ask yourself one question. Is this truth, or is this projection? If it contains truth, then it is not your enemy. It is your teacher. Shape yourself with it. Become wiser because of it. But if it comes from jealousy, ignorance, or someone who has never walked the road you are walking, let it fall to the ground without carrying it another step. You are not obligated to carry burdens that were never yours. This is how truly unshakable people are created. They never allow praise to inflate their ego, and they never allow criticism to destroy it. They remain anchored to something deeper than public opinion, a quiet certainty that cannot be bought by applause or stolen by rejection. And once you stop needing the world to tell you who you are, you unlock the final discipline before complete freedom. The courage to embrace reality exactly as it is, instead of endlessly fighting the things you cannot change. The greatest battle of your life was never against other people. It was against reality itself, against the things that had already happened, the relationship that ended, the opportunity that disappeared, the words that could never be taken back. Most people spend years fighting ghosts, arguing with yesterday as if the past will suddenly change its mind. But reality has never negotiated with anyone, not even kings. Marcus Aurelius returned to one lesson again and again: love what stands before you. Not because every event is good, but because every event is now real. The moment something happens, it becomes part of the unchangeable fabric of existence. Every minute you spend wishing it had happened differently is another minute you surrender to a battle that was already lost before it began. Acceptance is not defeat. It is the courage to stop wasting your strength on what no longer belongs to your control. Picture a river flowing toward the sea. It never argues with the rocks lying in its path. It does not stop to curse them or demand they move. It simply flows around them, over them, or patiently wears them away with time. That is why the river always reaches the ocean, while those who fight every obstacle remain trapped where they started. Life rewards movement, not resistance to reality. The moment you stop arguing with what already is, you free yourself to create what comes next. From this moment on, stop asking, "Why did this happen?" Begin asking, "Now that this has happened, who will I choose to become?" That single shift separates victims from builders, the broken from the unbreakable, because destiny does not belong to those who receive perfect circumstances. It belongs to those who transform imperfect circumstances into extraordinary character. And now, after everything you have learned, there is only one final truth left to discover. The truth that ties every lesson together and changes the way you will see yourself for the rest of your life. There comes a moment in every life when the noise finally fades. Not because the world has become quieter, but because you have. The opinions that once controlled your emotions lose their authority. The failures that once felt unbearable become chapters instead of identities. The fears that once kept you awake become reminders of how far you have traveled. One day, you look back at the person you used to be and you barely recognize them. That is the quiet miracle of discipline. It changes you so gradually that you only notice it after you have already become someone else. The Stoics never promised a life without pain. They promised something far greater, a mind that could walk through pain without surrendering to it. Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus were never remembered because they escaped suffering. They were remembered because suffering failed to conquer them. Their legacy was not built on perfect circumstances. It was built on the unshakable decision that no external event would ever become the master of their inner world. That same choice now stands before you. When you leave this moment, the world will not suddenly become easier. People will still misunderstand you. Some will betray you. Others will underestimate you. Life will still place storms across your path without asking for permission. But now you know something you did not know before. You know that peace is not something waiting for you at the end of a perfect life. It is something you build within yourself, decision by decision, until no storm can convince you that you have lost your way. So when the next insult arrives, let it pass like the wind. When the next setback appears, let it become your training. When the next disappointment knocks at your door, greet it with the calm of someone who has already discovered what the world can never steal. Because true strength is not proving that nothing can hurt you. True strength is knowing that whatever happens, your character remains untouched. And when you master that truth, you no longer act as if nothing bothers you. You become the person whom nothing can truly conquer. If these words reached something deep inside you, do not let this be another video that inspires you for a few minutes and disappears by tomorrow. Knowledge changes nothing until it becomes practice. The difference between the person who remains trapped and the person who becomes truly free is rarely intelligence. It is repetition. Every calm response, every moment of restraint, every decision to guard your inner world is another stone placed into the fortress you began building today. The Stoics believed that character is not revealed in comfort. It is revealed in ordinary moments that nobody applauds. The next time someone tests your patience, that is your lesson. The next time life closes a door in your face, that is your lesson. The next time fear whispers that you are not enough, that is your lesson. Do not run from those moments. Welcome them. They are the quiet training ground where unshakable people are made. Years from now, you will not remember every word you heard today. But if you live these principles, you will remember something far more important. You will remember the day you stopped giving strangers control over your peace. The day you stopped fighting battles that were never yours. The day you chose discipline over impulse, purpose over emotion, and wisdom over noise. That is the day your life begins to move in a different direction. If you found value in this journey, subscribe and become part of a community dedicated to mastering the timeless wisdom of Stoicism. Return to these lessons often, not because they change, but because you do. Read them again after your next failure. Listen again after your next disappointment. Each time, you will hear something you could not hear before, until one day, without even realizing it, you will become the calm presence you once searched for in everyone else.